$100 trillion lie, how they killed the 1914 electric car. Imagine a world with no gas stations, no oil wars, and zero carbon emissions. Now, what if I told you that this world was already here, 100 years ago? In 1914, the most popular car in America wasn't powered by gasoline. It was whisper quiet, battery operated, and required no gear shifting. It was the future of transportation. But while you were told the technology wasn't ready, the truth is far more sinister. Behind closed doors, a secret pact was made between the kings of oil and the titans of industry to bury the electric engine forever. This isn't just a story about a car, it's a story about the greatest corporate heist in human history. Welcome to History's Echo. We don't just recount the past, we exhume the secrets they tried to bury. From lost technologies to the boardrooms where the world was sold, we bring you the untold truth of how we got here. If you're looking for the real story, you're in the right place. In the early 1900s, the streets of New York, London, and Paris looked very different than you'd imagine. There was no roar of engines or smell of exhaust. Instead, there was a quiet hum. By the year 1900, electric vehicles, or EVs, accounted for nearly 38% of all cars on American roads. They were the gold standard. Even Thomas Edison, the man who lit up the world, and his friend Henry Ford were working on a cheap, lightweight electric car that would change the world. These early EVs were magnificent. They were easy to start, unlike gas cars which required a dangerous hand crank. They didn't vibrate, they didn't smoke, and they were the preferred choice for the elite. Women loved them because they were clean and elegant. The infrastructure was growing too. Charging stations were popping up in every major city. We were on the verge of an electric revolution before the First World War even began. But there was a problem, a massive multi-billion-dollar problem. John D. Rockefeller, the world's first billionaire, sat atop Standard Oil. For him, the electric car was an existential threat. If the world didn't need gasoline, his empire would crumble. At the same time, Henry Ford realized that while electric cars were better, gasoline cars were cheaper to mass produce. Then, the mystery deepens. In 1914, Ford's secret electric car prototypes suddenly vanished. Fire destroyed Edison's laboratory in West Orange, New Jersey, fueled by highly flammable chemicals. Millions of dollars in research, gone in a single night. Shortly after, the partnership between the two geniuses mysteriously ended. Ford pivoted entirely to the Model T, and Rockefeller ensured that every corner of the globe was lined with gas stations. The narrative was shifted. The media began labeling electric cars as toys for women or too weak for the road. The charging infrastructure was systematically dismantled and replaced by the internal combustion engine. For a century, the technology was suppressed, not because it failed, but because it was too successful for the bottom line of the elite. We didn't spend the last 100 years innovating. We spent them catching up to a future that was stolen from us in 1914. Today, as we see the frantic race back toward electric energy, we must ask ourselves, how much further would humanity be if that 1914 dream hadn't been crushed by corporate greed? The echoes of the past are loud, but only if you know how to listen. You are now part of the search for the truth. This is History's Echo. If this revelation changed the way you look at the world, hit the like button and subscribe to join our journey through the shadows of time. Comment below. Do you think we'll ever truly escape the grip of big oil?